Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, sift through them, and pull out those really crucial nuggets of knowledge for you. Today we're diving into something that, well, it touches a lot of men's lives as they get older. We're talking about naturally boosting energy, vitality, even, performance in the bedroom. It's often a bit of a quiet subject, right? But the sources you sent show there's huge potential for natural revitalization. Our mission really is just to cut through all the noise and show how some simple natural food choices can make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, and what's really insightful, I think, from the material is this focus on understanding the body's natural changes. It's not about seeing aging as something being broken that needs fixing. The sources make a really strong case that, look, the fuel that worked for you in your 30s, it might not be the best fit for your 60s or 70s. So it suggests a need for, let's say, smarter nutrition. And we're going to explore how certain nuts, these really nutrient-dense whole foods, are basically described as nature's power packs, designed to nourish the heart, boost your energy, and offer a real lift in performance. We'll focus on 3 specific ones today, backed by science, and interestingly, some older wisdom too.
Okay, so let's start with that common experience. Many men notice it, right? A gradual dip in energy maybe, or slower recovery after hitting the gym, or just, changes in intimacy as they move into their 60s and beyond. And the sources are clear. This is natural. It's part of aging, nothing to be embarrassed about.
Exactly, and if we look a bit deeper, the sources consistently say these shifts don't automatically mean you need pills or quick fixes. Instead, they point towards simple, natural ways to sort of revitalize from the inside out. The core idea seems to be tackling root causes, things like inflammation, maybe some hormonal shifts, circulation issues, and nutrient gaps that can happen over time.
Right, tackling the roots. So where do we start with that naturally? Food seems like the obvious place based on the sources.
Yeah.
And the first powerhouse mentioned is walnuts, which, okay, most people just throw on a salad, right? But these sources suggest they're actually potent allies for male vitality.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of amazing how much they offer. The research really highlights their omega-3 fatty acids. Lots of foods have omega-3s, but walnuts have a profile that's particularly good for lubricating blood vessels, which helps lower that LDL, the bad cholesterol, and just generally improve circulation. Massively important. For older guys, this isn't just heart health, though that's key. It's critical for, bedroom performance, too. One source used a great analogy: blood flow is like a car's fuel line. Smooth and strong, the whole system runs better.
That fuel line analogy makes total sense.
Okay.
And the sources also talked about arginine in walnuts. What's that about? How does that fit in?
Ah, yes, arginine. That's another key piece. It's an amino acid, and your body uses it to make nitric oxide. And here's the interesting bit. Nitric oxide is the very compound that, those ED pharmaceuticals try to boost. It basically relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improves blood flow. So walnuts are kind of a natural way to support that process. And beyond that, they've got antioxidants too, which are great for brain health, helping protect against that age-related cognitive stuff, giving you clarity, confidence.
Okay, so they're doing a lot. How should we eat them for the best effect? Just grab a handful.
Pretty much. The sources keep it simple. Raw and unsalted is best. Just a small handful a day seems to be the recommendation. You can crush them into oatmeal, sure, or mix them with yogurt. Plain is fine too. Plus, those healthy fats, they help you feel full, maybe cut down on cravings, another little bonus.
Got it. Walnut circulation superstars. Yep. Okay, moving on. The next nut tackles hormones, you said. Brazil nuts. These might be less common for some folks.
Yeah, maybe less familiar, but really remarkable. The sources consistently flag them as the richest food source of selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral, but it plays this vital sort of behind-the-scenes role in making hormones, supporting immunity, even affecting your mood. And what's really wild is that just one Brazil nut, according to this research, can give you more than your entire daily need for selenium.
One nut. That's incredible potency. So why specifically selenium for men over 60? What's the connection there?
That's the crucial link. Selenium is directly involved in producing testosterone, and testosterone levels naturally, often quite gradually, tend to decline with age. And you feel that, right? Fatigue, maybe losing a bit of muscle, lower libido, even feeling emotionally a bit flat sometimes. These can all be tied to lower T levels. So by having just 1 or maybe 2 Brazil nuts a day consistently, you can help support healthier hormone balance naturally, without supplements. One source called selenium a quiet guardian, just keeping the engine running smoothly physically and emotionally. And they're also linked to better immune function and less inflammation too.
Sounds like a really simple, powerful thing to add. But given how potent they are, any warnings? How many is too many?
Yes, absolutely. Moderation is crucial here. Because they are so incredibly rich in selenium, the sources are very firm, no more than 1 or 2 nuts per day, max. You really don't want to overdo selenium. So just 1 or 2, chew them slowly. That's enough to help tap into that grounded energy they talk about.
Okay, 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily for hormone support. Got it. So we've done circulation with walnuts, hormones with Brazil nuts. What's the third powerhouse? Almonds, a classic. Probably already in most people's cupboards, but still powerful.
Don't let the familiarity fool you. Almonds are absolutely loaded with good stuff. We're talking magnesium, protein, healthy fats, zinc, all things that directly impact testosterone, energy, sexual function. Magnesium especially so important. Nerve function, muscle strength, handling stress. Areas where older guys often feel a bit drained.
Right, magnesium. I think many people don't realize how low magnesium can affect things like sleep or anxiety. What's the link there?
That's a really important point. Magnesium deficiency is actually quite common, and it gets missed. The sources clearly state that low magnesium can show up as poor sleep, feeling tired all the time, more anxiety, and yeah, it can even dampen your libido. So almonds offer this really accessible, natural way to top up your magnesium. Helps the body handle stress better. And it makes sense, right? When your body is more relaxed, nourished, hormonally balanced, everything just works better. Metabolism, mood, performance. And like walnuts, the healthy fats and protein are great for feeling full, helping with weight management.
How should we eat almonds? Any specific tips?
Almonds are super versatile, which is great. Raw is good. Some people like to soak them overnight, apparently. It helps with digestion. You can blend them into smoothies easily. One interesting tip from the sources was having a small handful before bed. They suggest it might support better sleep and hormone balance overnight, leading to more stable energy the next day.
Interesting. Okay, so wrapping this up, we have walnuts, Brazil nuts, almonds. Why these three together? What's the big picture for men over 60?
Well, stepping back, if you look at what they each do, they collectively address those core issues we talked about at the start. Inflammation, hormonal balance, circulation, nutrient gaps. They hit all those key areas. But the sources stress, and this is important, these aren't magic bullets. It's not an overnight fix. It's about building a foundation. A steady, daily habit that over time helps restore the body's natural strength and rhythm. This whole deep dive, it's less about just living longer and more about really enriching the quality of those years, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about feeling more alert when you wake up, right? Having energy for things you enjoy, connecting better with people, and just feeling that inner sense of, yeah, I still got it. The sources really hammer home that point.
Yeah.
Fuel your body right, and you can bring back that feeling of vitality.
So the natural question then is, okay, how do I actually do this? How do I fit them in? And the advice is pretty practical. Start simple. Maybe add some almonds or walnuts to your breakfast. Keep a little container of mixed nuts in the car or at your desk. Or just make a point. Like we said, have those 1 or 2 Brazil nuts after lunch each day. Make it a routine.
Small tweaks, big ripple effect.
Yeah.
That seems to be the message. You might start noticing changes in stamina, maybe thinking clearer, and yeah, maybe even in your romantic life. The sources describe them not as magic, but more like food as medicine. Real food, real results.
Exactly. And remember, health isn't just about lab numbers on a report. It's really about how you feel. Feeling strong, mentally sharp, emotionally balanced, connected. The body has this amazing ability to heal and thrive, you know, if you give it the right building blocks.
Yeah. And here's maybe something to chew on, pardon the pun, after this deep dive. Age, yeah, it's a number. But energy, vitality, that feels more like a choice you make each day. And this exploration shows nature's already provided some pretty powerful tools. It's just about using them wisely. We really hope this gives you something valuable to think about and maybe inspires, even a small change that makes a big difference in your daily life.